Macho!
What's up, guys? So today we're gonna be doing something a little different with this video. Nothing I've done before, but I wanted to compare the raid systems between two games that I really love to play, which are Marvel Strike Force and Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And I just kind of want to compare and contrast those because I think that it will be very important for Fox Next to consider changing the raid system, or it may negatively impact the future of the game. Alright guys, so we're all pretty familiar with the way that the raids work in Marvel Strike Force. I don't want to waste any time feeding a fed horse, but you know, I mean, just the simple basics. You come in, you do all these nodes, it's very node based, and you just come in, node, 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 da 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 da, and then whatever percentage is complete, that's where your rewards are based on. And then your rewards are some currency, some ability mats, and then some orbs which have chances of giving you decent stuff. It's very chance based, chance related. I don't like that. RNG is not, I like as little as RNG as possible when it comes to that stuff. One of the other things that can be a little tiring is the fact that it is every day. You have to do this raid every day. Everyone has to participate, or else you don't get the rewards. Some people will slack off in the background, and then the person who's doing millions and millions of damage is not going to get the top rewards because you don't move up to that next tier. And that can be pretty frustrating too, because it's like, well, it's pretty hard to have 24 people on the same page without jumping down everybody's throat all the time. It's not great. It doesn't really breed fun or enjoyment or anything really super positive. So swapping over here to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, which is a great game. If you haven't tried it, it's worth trying, but it can be kind of hard if you're playing Marvel Strike Force at the same time. You swap over here, there's 3 different raids. So we're gonna look at this one. You come in, and here you have different scores. So it's very similar to Marvel Strike Force, and basically you can see here there's 4 different like health bars, which is 4 different phases of the raid. Everyone goes into the same battle, and the health is at different percentages, and you just whittle down each phase. There's certain teams that are better for certain things because they have certain characteristics, and you go in and you beat down those phases. Then at the end, whoever has the most points will get a reward based on their positioning, and then the reward will be greater or worse depending. Overall, the rewards are pretty similar, but I mean, you get extra currency, you know, all that stuff. So you get gold, a set amount of gold, and then you do get an RNG box for the gear. It's hit or miss, but then you do get a set amount of shards for a character as well. So one thing I'm really looking at is the set shards. I love, and this is a very, very good character. This is a very, very good character. This would be like, say for example, so this would be like your Venom or your Thanos or your Deadpool. Like, that's like the set character that you're getting. You just get shards instead of orb fragments. Now granted, this character is Han Solo, and this game is much better than any of those characters are. That would be comparable to, say, I don't know, for example, like maybe like a Nick Fury level character, or like a Magneto level character. You would get that from here, and you would just say you get 10 shards, you need 140 to unlock them, and so you just do these raids and you play through until you get them. There's no RNG involved. With the orbs in Marvel Strike Force, you could get 25, or you could get 6, but here it's just 10, 9, 8, and it continues on. Alright, so unfortunately I thought that my guild was running a raid, and they were not. So I just came in here and I found some footage on YouTube. It's simple, there's tons of it, and basically all it is, and you can see, is that there is a boss, which you can see, Darth Treya. You may not be familiar, doesn't matter. And they're running a team against her, and so you can see at the top where it says 56% left. And so you come in and you battle, and like you and your friends, you go, and you can see in the top how there's like the different bars. So see, it's like about 56% on the 3rd bar. This is phase 3 of this raid, and basically you come in, everybody's fighting the same boss, and you whittle it down, and eventually you become more powerful than the raids, and then you can beat them easy. But then by that time they come out with new content, and basically you just do this raid. It's not even every day, it's like every other day, and you come in and everyone participates, but you don't have to have everyone participate. For example, if one person doesn't participate, you're not going to miss out on the rewards. You could have 3 or 4 people not participate, or once you kind of get the raid under lock. Right now I think in my guild we have around 25 to 30 people who will pose 0 damage, and they'll get the lowest rewards, but they don't have to participate because 1, it's time consuming, 2, because we don't necessarily need them, and 3, because they don't want the game to become tedious. They want people to play it. So for example, I will occasionally participate in raids. I don't really have a ton of time to participate in raids, so I don't. That's just how it is. I'm playing this game, I'm playing Marvel Strike Force, I have a family, I have a job, and so like I look at it and it's like I'm able to participate when time allows. So I think that's one thing, that it's one of the things, really. There's multiple things that can be taken from this, but this is something that Fox Next has really got to get an idea of, because you could do this. They could easily do this. There's tons of just like big time like bosses, villains, enemies, whatever, what have you, that could be created into raid bosses like this in Marvel Strike Force. I think that this would really alleviate a lot of just play fatigue, because you don't have to be on it every day playing the same missions over and over and over. It's so fatiguing. And if you guys disagree with me, you haven't been playing long enough, and it gets old. And that's the problem, because I love Marvel Strike Force and I love not everything about it, but I love a lot of stuff about it. And it's just, that's one thing that's really getting me right now, is like I am so done with the raid system. I don't want to play it anymore. The raids, I don't want to play them. If I didn't have a Nick Fury team, I don't know what I would have done, because I put majority of the battles on autoplay and just leave it. I don't have time for it, and I don't want to play it because it's not fun anymore. The new raids, they're not really fun because it's the same thing. Same characters, same thing that you have to pay attention to, and it's just, it's too much. And I don't mean to rant about it. I just feel like I speak for a lot of the player base when I say that. And just Fox Next, I don't know if you'll ever see this video, but I really hope you do, because we got to figure out something. And even if, you know, listen, send me an email, reach out to me, reach out to other content creators. We will help you get ideas. You don't have to come up with it on your own. We'll help you figure out what to do. Like, we all want this game to succeed, so let's work together and make it happen, okay? Let's figure that out. Alright guys, so let me know what you thought about all this. I mean, this is my opinion, and maybe it's not anyone else's opinion. Maybe it's just me, and maybe nobody else feels this way, and honestly, I'd be very surprised, but I would love to know, because I can't be the only one who feels this way about this stuff. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to rant about it again, but there's got to be someone else who feels this way, and I'm sure that you guys may or may not, but let's see. Let's talk about it. I'd love to hear your opinions on this. Tell me if you think that the raid system really does need to change, if you like it, or maybe you never really thought about it until watching this video. I'd love to know. I'd love to know what you think. And so let me know down in the comments what you think. In the comments, let me know what you think. If you like this idea, if you have a different idea, if you like it the way it is, let me know. Leave a like on this video if you really think that this change needs to come. And as I always say, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, because I really am just going to continue to keep putting out videos that you're going to want to see, I hope. So one last thing, guys, if you've ever considered supporting me financially, the way that you can do that is through my Patreon account. I leave the link in the description of every video. You can check that out. And basically what that does is support this channel. It helps me grow and be able to have money for anything as far as new equipment or new characters in the game, such as Magneto, who I was not able to get this last time around due to price, and that way we can continue pumping out content for the channel. So thank you guys so much for watching today, and as always, Hail Hydra!